Hey, aloha, this is Ashtar, and this is a pick a card reading. The topic is, who do you need to forgive? Forgiveness is the way that we open the door to our blessings, the way that we open our door to love, to wealth, to fulfillment, all things. The way that energy works in your body, in the human body, is that when we hold on to anger really tightly, we don't allow anything else to come into our lives. So even if you have a reason to be very angry at somebody, and there are terrible things that people do, and I've experienced a lot of those things, so I totally understand myself. Regardless, you're holding the door to your blessings shut when you need to be opening the door so things can come in. While I was shuffling, these three cards came out, so we're going to go over those cards for everybody. And I'm using the Stone Circle Oracle, Energy Oracle, and Angelarium Oracle cards. So these are the cards that came out for everybody. I did study them before I turned on the camera, but they didn't really want to reveal their meaning until I turned the camera on, probably so I could directly talk with you while just channeling the messages. So, they didn't want me to know things ahead of time. So these two cards popped out, and then because this was confusing me, I picked another card for clarification, and I got this card. So we have the Door to Spirit and Phoenix Emergent card. Door to Spirit and Phoenix Emergent have similar images. This bird flying out of this beautiful light, beautiful fire. This phoenix is surrounded by light, and this dove is too in this card. And so these two birds that are really flying into their new lives, flying into their new powers and abilities. And I guess the message that they really want me to convey to you, that's your spirit guides that I'm channeling. So whoever is watching, everybody watching, it's your spirit guides have reached me beyond time and space, because they're cool like that. What your guides want me to tell you is just to kind of stress the power of forgiveness, that where you've been feeling blocked in your life is because you need to open the door to allow things to be let go, and that will fill you with power to be reborn and to be made anew. And that some of us are very focused on hostilities in our hearts. We're very focused on getting back at people that hurt us and being on edge all the time, making sure we're prepared for attacks. That if someone attacks us, we're going to attack them first. We're going to get them before they get us. But the thing your guides want you to know is that when you totally release your pain and you forgive and you move into your new life, actually all those really hostile people that feel like they're attacking you, you need to be on guard, they're going to just disappear back into that dark hole that you see, and you fly out of the dark hole. You're not even there anymore. They can't even touch you. Someone might say something that's offensive on the surface, but it doesn't even really bother you that much because you feel so full of light and healing. So that's the message for everybody just to start with. So I'm going to go ahead and divide these decks into 3 decks for us to choose from. So then you can choose whichever deck makes you feel like that is your message. And you can pick more than one deck. You're welcome to pick all 3 decks if you want. They'll probably all have very different messages because that's been the way things have been going. But maybe you have a lot of different issues in your life that you need to address. And it's not only one situation where forgiveness is needed, it might be more than one. So you can go ahead and pick one deck or many decks, whatever you see fit. With deck 1, deck 2, deck 3, deck 1, deck 2, and deck 3. So go ahead and pick whichever deck really calls out to you. I'll give you a moment to choose. And just breathe and let yourself feel which deck you need. So if you're ready, we'll go ahead and get started with deck number 1. And I will put the timestamp in the description below if I remember, and if I don't, if you want to do that for me, then you're awesome and appreciated. These cards are always slip and sliding everywhere. So I'm going to just start probably reading on a legit table or like hard surface, because these new cards I got are always slipping everywhere, and it's like just because it's an uneven surface I'm reading on right now, which is really comfortable but is not conducive to them. So if you pick deck number one, then here's the reading I have for you. So here's your Angelarium card, Energy Oracle, and we have a lot of these, 3 of these. Okay. All right, so from the Stone Circle Oracle, we have Athena, the Oracle card, and Nephthys and Isis. And then your Energy Oracle card, we have 7th Chakra Archangel Uriel. And then your Angelarium card, we have Azrael, Angel of Death. Azrael! It's a very creepy card. See, they're slipping everywhere. So slippy slidey. Okay. So for you guys that are watching for deck number one, the message I'm getting right off the bat is a lot of people have been doing really terrible things to you. Not just one person. You might come from a really difficult family. You might be kind of like the outcast, the black sheep. And there might be a situation where it's like, you have not done anything wrong, and you even try to make things right. You try very hard to help people. You try very hard to make things right. You try very hard to create peace. So this is the card I'm really getting that's kind of representing you. And this person is just in their peace. They're like totally not afraid to be connected to God. 7th chakra is like the crown chakra. So, and Archangel Uriel is like this beautiful protector, right? And so they're totally connected to God. They're totally connected to what is right, and they know what is wrong. They're holding a book of wisdom, and they don't really attack people. They don't have animosity in their hearts, but there are people that have come after them. And so I read intuitively, I get images as I read, so this isn't really going to match what the actual cards are, but I'm just like seeing images as I read, and so I'm getting like family members here, even though that's not what the cards are meaning. But I see like a mom and an aunt or a grandma and like some sisters, or maybe even like brothers or cousins, but a lot of like angry feminine energy is coming through very strongly. If that doesn't resonate with you, you could swap it out for like, it could be other family members, but there's definitely like family energy. And it feels very feminine for most of you. So a lot of like angry moms, a lot of like scapegoating grandmas or aunts, and a lot of like jealous or envious like sister energy, or brother or cousin energy. And that these people, like these cards, the ones in the ends have a lot of darkness in them. And so there's kind of the feeling that even though you're so full of light, right, that they really prefer the darkness. They really prefer for you not to outshine them. And even like the elder, if there's an elder in the situation, which I feel for a lot of you that there is, the elder in the situation is also, maybe someone that likes to be in the spotlight. And so they see in you someone that threatens their ability to be in the spotlight. So we have Azrael, Angel of Death, and it's a really creepy card, this creepy image, but also like, channels the energy really effectively. So who you need to forgive is, well, your guides are saying, because your guides aren't really saying you need to forgive your family or the people that have been abusing you if you have swapped it out for some other people. They're not really saying that exactly. Your guides are saying more, it's like you have to forgive destiny, right? You might have felt like, okay, I'm such a good person, or I'm so connected to God, I'm so connected to peace, and yet I have all these people attacking me and all this darkness surrounding me. And, what did I do to deserve this? And you're holding the book of wisdom, and it's like, I don't understand why my life is so awful if I try to make people so happy. And so it might feel like, your life has been written in the book of death, as like someone that is going to suffer and someone that's going to be painful. And this is what you need to forgive. You need to forgive this feeling that someone has like cursed you or doomed you. You're not doomed and you're not cursed, and your book is not written in the book of death. Your book is not, your name is not written in a book of like pain and misery. You are full of light, and you deserve a really good life. And your guides are recommending to you to forgive a sense that you have been punished for being alive. You're not being punished. The last card they have for you, Sidereal, Angel of Snow. Right, so it's really beautiful after the Angel of Death, right? It's like total contrast. There's a lot of darkness and there's a lot of light and blue in this card. So this is saying you might need to travel. You might need to go somewhere maybe where there's a lot of snow, or maybe somewhere where it's like very far away. Because I'm getting like distance and coldness, somewhere very far away from the people that like really hurt you. And just keep working on your forgiveness, hun. Okay. I'm really sorry for your situation and that you've been going through pain. I hope it improves for you soon, and I wish you the best. Okay. If you picked deck number 2, this is the reading I have for you. I'm just going to separate out your cards and do some breath work so I can clear my energy. Alrighty. So, here we go. We have... Okay, you get this card, but they want it face down. And then they have these 2 cards. And then one of these. So we have Mother Stone. We have Journey and Walking Away. And we have Phanuel, Angel of Truth. So I am getting a sense from this that the person you need to forgive is actually a lover, a past lover, maybe someone that you're with right now, and they've betrayed you just too many times, they've hurt you too many times, they've stabbed you in the back, or they've taken something from you, and it is time to walk away and like go on a new journey. Or it could be that you've already gone through this, and you've done this already, anywhere between like 2 and 7 years ago, is what I'm getting. So it could be someone that's now that you need to walk away from now. You feel that in your heart, you feel that in your soul, and you feel the need to like embark on a new journey. Or sometime between 2 and 7 years ago that you had a relationship that was really painful that you walked away from, and you started something new, but it's still, you feel still regret, or you feel like, why didn't this work out? Or what was wrong with me? Or how did I fail? How did I fail in this situation? So you're kind of angry at yourself for this situation. You don't understand what you did wrong. Mother Stone is here to really give you comfort and strength, and to say you didn't do anything wrong and it wasn't your fault. Sometimes people just don't mix together, and I know that's like really not what we want to hear. We always want to hear there's a firm reason this happened. They were terrible, or I was terrible, or there was some other thing. But to be honest, sometimes things just don't work out. Sometimes people just don't mix well together. And in your situation, that's what happened. Things just didn't work out. You don't have to blame yourself. You don't have to blame the other person. There isn't any blame, but you do deserve healing. You do deserve wholeness and to feel better. And then we have this card, Phanuel, Angel of Truth. And so partially it's like what I just said, that the truth of the situation is that there is no one to blame. But what you really need to forgive also is that in this situation there really isn't someone to blame. There isn't a guilty party. There isn't someone that's like, you can point the finger at, whether it's yourself or whether it's the other person. It's actually that this is kind of just cold, stone hard truth. And that can be harder and it can be worse sometimes. Looking at the real truth in the eye can be worse and harder than, trying to find something to make us feel better. So that's what you need to forgive, my friend, is that there is nothing that could have been done. There is no one that was at fault. And it just was a wrong time, wrong place sort of situation. And that's all there was to it. It wasn't like really a deeper situation. The third card, broken heart. So, yeah. So your heart was broken and you feel like you have so much pain. And, that's so understandable. No one is saying that you shouldn't feel pain. No one is saying that you shouldn't feel like you want revenge or that you want someone to blame. But even if you feel that way, the only way to heal is to forgive. And the thing you have to forgive is that no one was wrong. There was no guilty party. You're allowed to feel bad, but you're also allowed to start to recover and bring your energy back. The last card that I have for you is Aistibus, Angel of Divination. So they really want you to kind of like counter check these same messages I'm conveying to you now. Pull some cards for yourself, watch some other readers or get another reading and see if you keep getting the same message or not. Just like keep asking around, keep pulling cards until you feel satisfied with your situation. That's the message I have for you. Thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you later. All right. If you picked deck number 3, here's the reading I have for you. If the message cuts out early, I will just post the second part in a part 2. Alrighty. Just clearing my energy. Alrighty. So if you pick deck number 3, here's your message. We have these 2 cards. Pulled that last time. This one and this one. Nice. So we have Goddess Face. We have Deceit. And then we have these 2 Angelarium cards. Very slippery. Sahakiel, Angel of the Sky. And Suchlaf, Angel of Verdancy. Okay. So the person or people that you need to forgive. So it's kind of a complicated message. This person seems like you, the person reading. You could be masculine or feminine, but this seems to represent you. You might have a lot of goddess energy. You might be very connected to nature. You seem like a very pure soul. You seem very like you have a really gentle gaze, a really gentle demeanor. You might have healing abilities. You might have studied the healing arts. You might be able to do divination, pulling cards like this or other psychic arts. You might like fashion a lot. I'm seeing fashion, clothing. You might like to dress people up. You might like to do art, design things, just designing. You might like to design like tattoos for people. And you may have been on the earth for a very long time. So your soul may be considerably old. We have this Deceit card. So the person you need to forgive is I feel not a person at all, but it's rather an energy. It could be actually a spirit or someone you knew in a past life. I'm getting spirit very strongly. So if you're very connected to the spiritual plane, you may or may not have encountered that there are other spirits around us. Some of them are very good. Some of them are neutral, don't really care. And some of them are not so good at all. And you might have encountered some spirits that are really quite bad. And these spirits might have been deceiving you recently. They might have pulled you onto the wrong path. They might have told you some things were going to happen and those things did not happen. They might have told you to abandon people that you needed and then you only found out later that those were the people you needed. So you've been getting some really deceitful messages from spirits that are around you. And you're a very beautiful, pure being, but they're not limited by that. So we have these other two cards, Shushlaf and Sahakiel. These are saying you need to call on sort of like some beautiful angel or nature spirit energies, right? We have beautiful energies in the earth that are designed to protect from these bad spirits and designed to help keep them away. And then we have beautiful, angels around us and also other divine sky beings. And I'm actually feeling these bad spirits right now as I'm reading this, kind of like attacking my energy, because they don't like when people give you these sorts of messages that will tell you how to get rid of them. So, and I'm used to that. That's what I handle. I'm a shamanic practitioner. It doesn't bother me. So don't worry about me at all. I've handled them many times in the past. You're empowered to call on good spirits that will help you, to read holy texts like the Bible if you feel called, or other holy texts by other teachers that channel a lot of good energy, to call on beautiful divine sky spirits, beautiful divine nature spirits, and spirits of the earth, the fairy, and other beautiful earth creatures, totems, etc., and tell them that you need help getting rid of these bad and nasty other spirits. The person that you most need to forgive, or the energy you most need to forgive right now, carrying connections. So, this is kind of like a love situation. Okay, so what I'm getting is that these bad spirits kind of got in the way and gave you information that got in the way of your caring connection. And you need to do a lot of forgiveness work, my friend, around this, around you acting on that advice, around the person that you might have pushed away or something got in the way, and around just yourself, just around everything, so that your love situation, if you do have something like that going on, can come back together. So that's the message I have for you. I hope it helps, and I will talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.